In the stillness of the night, when the world outside is hushed and the thoughts of the day begin to gently fade away, there is a whisper that calls from the stars. It is the quiet song of the Andromeda Galaxy, drifting across the vastness of space, speaking in secrets and slow rhythms. In this calm and peaceful moment, let us allow our minds to wander softly into the depths of the cosmos. Let the stars become our lullaby, guiding us with their light through the mysteries of the universe, where each discovery is but a gentle breath of wonder. Andromeda, that distant galaxy, is like a shimmering dream suspended in the velvet fabric of the universe. It lies some 2.5 million light-years away, a giant that we can see with our own eyes, a beacon in the night sky. But as we gaze upon it, we do not see it as it is now. No, what we see is a glimpse of the past, a light that has traveled across unimaginable distances, carrying with it the echoes of distant ages. In this way, the Andromeda Galaxy is both a mirror and a window, reflecting back to us the very nature of time itself. There are billions of stars within Andromeda, each one a story unto itself. Some of these stars shine with a brilliance that we can only begin to understand. They are old, ancient, their light having crossed time in ways that we can never fully comprehend. Their lives, like our own, are but moments in the vast expanse of existence. Yet each one holds a spark of something eternal, something greater than ourselves. Andromeda, too, is not a still, frozen thing. It is a galaxy in motion, spinning slowly through the universe, its stars weaving a delicate dance around its core. This movement, though imperceptible to our senses, is a constant reminder of the flow of time, of the never-ending cycle of creation and decay. The stars are born, they burn brightly, and then, in their time, they fade away, leaving behind remnants that will one day become the building blocks of new worlds. Within Andromeda, there are nebulae, clouds of gas and dust, that swirl in colors we can only dream of. These nebulous clouds are the birthplaces of stars, where new life begins in the cold, dark depths of space. As the gas and dust come together, they form clumps that will eventually ignite, sparking the birth of a new star. These nebulae are like the cradle of the universe, where every new star is both a promise and a mystery. How many stories lie within those swirling clouds, waiting to be discovered? As we continue to drift deeper into Andromeda, we find ourselves gazing upon a strange phenomenon known as the Andromeda Stream. This is a vast collection of stars that have been pulled away from their original homes by the gravity of the galaxy. These stars, now scattered across the sky, are like lost souls, wandering through the void, remnants of ancient times. Yet, in their wandering, they tell a story of the past, a story of the galaxy's growth and evolution, a quiet testament to the forces that shape the universe. But Andromeda is not alone in the cosmos. It is part of a family of galaxies, known as the Local Group. Together with the Milky Way, Andromeda will one day come together in a cosmic embrace, a dance that will take place billions of years from now. This merging of galaxies, though distant in the future, is a reminder of the interconnectedness of all things in the universe. Even the stars, vast and solitary as they may seem, are part of a larger, eternal dance, a dance that is both chaotic and harmonious, unpredictable and inevitable. Within this dance, there is a quiet beauty. The gravitational forces that govern the movement of the galaxies are not violent forces, but gentle ones, shaping the cosmos in ways we cannot yet fully understand. These forces are like the quiet pull of the tides, a constant, invisible rhythm that moves all things toward their destiny, whether they know it or not. It is a reminder that we, too, are part of this cosmic rhythm, that our lives are connected to the stars, to the galaxies, and to the very fabric of the universe itself. Andromeda is also a place of hidden wonders. There are black holes within the galaxy, invisible points of immense gravity that warp the fabric of space and time. These black holes, though unseen, are the quiet architects of the galaxy. They shape the movement of the stars and pull the light around them, bending it in ways that are both mysterious and awe-inspiring. The black holes are like the silent keepers of the galaxy, watching over everything with a calm and steady gaze. But even in the darkness, there is always light. The stars of Andromeda shine with a soft, steady glow, their light filtering through the vastness of space, reaching us across the millions of years that separate us. These stars, though distant, feel close, as though they are reaching out to us, sharing their light with us in a gesture of quiet kindness. Each star is like a small light in the darkness, a reminder that even in the vast emptiness of space, there is always something beautiful, something to guide us through the night. As we continue our journey through Andromeda, we begin to realize that this galaxy is not just a collection of stars and gas. It is a living, breathing thing, constantly evolving, constantly changing. It is a reflection of the universe itself, a universe that is alive with wonder and mystery, with beauty and awe. And as we watch it, we are reminded that we, too, are part of this great cosmic story. And as the night stretches on and the stars above us grow brighter, we feel a sense of calm. The mysteries of Andromeda, though vast and incomprehensible, are also a source of peace. There is something soothing about the knowledge that, in the grand scheme of things, we are but a small part of something much larger. The galaxy, with all its stars and secrets, is like a great lullaby, slowly rocking us to sleep, carrying us on a journey through the cosmos, where time and space blend together in a dreamlike dance. As we drift off into slumber, we feel the warmth of the stars around us, their light bathing us in a soft glow. And in that glow, we find rest. For the mysteries of the universe, though infinite, are not to be feared. They are to be embraced, to be pondered, and to be cherished. In the quiet depths of Andromeda, we find a peace that is both gentle and profound. A peace that comes from knowing that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. And as we close our eyes, we hear the soft hum of the universe, like the whisper of the wind through the trees, carrying us into a peaceful, dream-filled sleep. The Andromeda Galaxy, with all its wonders, continues to spin in the vastness of space, a reminder that even in the deepest darkness, there is always light. And in that light, we find our place in the cosmos, and in that quiet, we find peace. The night deepens, and the universe seems to grow even quieter. The vastness of space continues to stretch out before us, and once again, we find ourselves drawn into the embrace of Andromeda, that distant galaxy. As we gaze upon it, we find that there is always something new to discover, something hidden, waiting to be uncovered. With each gentle breath, we take a step deeper into this celestial world, where mysteries unfold like petals in a silent bloom. In the heart of Andromeda lies a mystery that has captivated astronomers for generations. The supermassive black hole known as M31, or simply Andromeda's core. It is a silent, powerful force located at the very center of the galaxy, pulling everything around it with its immense gravity. But even in its darkness, there is beauty. For this black hole is a creator in its own right. It influences the motion of stars and gas around it, shaping the very structure of the galaxy itself. We cannot see the black hole with our eyes, but its presence is felt in the way the stars move, in the way the galaxy breathes. The stars that orbit around this black hole are not just ordinary stars. They are part of a delicate cosmic ballet, moving in intricate orbits, as though they are drawn by the very heartbeat of the galaxy. These stars, with their graceful orbits, reveal the deep interconnectedness of all things in the universe. Even in the vast, silent space between them, there is a harmony, a rhythm that guides their movements and shapes the galaxy. The black hole, though unseen, is like the conductor of this symphony, drawing the stars into its gravitational embrace, guiding them with unseen hands. As we continue to explore Andromeda, we learn of its spiral arms, delicate and beautiful, stretching outward like the tendrils of some great cosmic flower. These arms are where most of the stars in the galaxy reside, and they are the birthplaces of new stars, like cradles of creation. Here, in the arms of Andromeda, the stars are born from the swirling clouds of gas and dust, like tiny sparks of life emerging from the dark. It is in these arms that the future of the galaxy is written, where the cosmic dance of creation and destruction continues to unfold, slowly, silently, like the turning of pages in a book we are yet to fully read. Within these arms, too, there are nebulae, vast clouds of gas and dust that swirl in the most mesmerizing patterns. They are the places where stars are born, where the elements of the universe come together to form new worlds. These nebulae are like the quiet breath of the galaxy, exhaling new life into the cold void of space. As the gas and dust come together, they begin to condense, forming clumps that will eventually ignite, becoming the stars that will light the skies of Andromeda. Each nebula, each cloud of gas, holds within it the potential for something new, something unknown. It is a reminder that, even in the darkest corners of the universe, there is always the possibility of new beginnings. Andromeda, though vast, is not a solitary island in the cosmos. It is part of a family of galaxies known as the Local Group, which also includes our very own Milky Way. These galaxies are bound together by the invisible threads of gravity, drawn toward each other as though by some cosmic force. Over billions of years, these galaxies have slowly drifted toward one another, and in the distant future, they will collide and merge, forming a new, larger galaxy. This future collision, though far away, speaks to the interconnectedness of all things in the universe. Even the galaxies, great as they are not immune to the forces that bind the cosmos together. They too are part of a greater cycle, one that is always in motion, always changing, always evolving. The stars of Andromeda, though scattered across vast distances, are all part of this larger cosmic story. They are not isolated, but rather part of a complex web of relationships, connected by the forces of gravity and light. As we look at Andromeda, we are reminded that everything in the universe is interconnected, that every star, every galaxy, every piece of dust and gas plays a part in the grand story of existence. The light from these stars reaches us, traveling across millions of years, a reminder that even in the vastness of space, there is always something that connects us, something that brings us closer together. And as we look deeper into the heart of Andromeda, we realize that there are yet more secrets waiting to be discovered. The galaxy is full of hidden wonders, from the faintest stars to the brightest clusters. There are globular clusters, tight groupings of stars that seem to hang in space like sparkling jewels. These clusters are some of the oldest structures in the galaxy, and within them, we can see the remnants of the early universe, a glimpse into a time long past. These stars, though ancient, still shine brightly, their light a reminder of the passage of time and the endurance of life. But Andromeda is not just a place of creation and birth, it is also a place of death. The stars that fill the galaxy are not immortal. They burn brightly for a time, but eventually they too will fade. Some will explode in supernovae, their fiery deaths marking the end of their lives. These explosions, though violent, are also beautiful, scattering the elements that will one day form new stars and planets. These dying stars give birth to new possibilities, their death being not an end, but a transformation, a rebirth. In this way, Andromeda, like all things in the universe, is caught in an eternal cycle of life and death, a cycle that is both tragic and beautiful. As we continue to float through the galaxy, we come to realize that Andromeda is not just a place of stars and dust. It is a living thing, full of mystery and wonder. Its vastness and its beauty are like a great ocean, stretching out beyond the horizon, always inviting us to explore further, to discover more. But even as we explore, we must remember that there are things that will always remain hidden, things that will forever be beyond our reach. The mysteries of the universe, though vast and unknowable, are not something to fear. They are something to embrace, to wonder at, to cherish. And as we drift through the galaxy, we feel a deep sense of peace. For we are part of this vast, beautiful cosmos, connected to the stars, to the galaxies, to everything. And in that connection, we find rest. The universe, with all its wonders, is both gentle and awe-inspiring. And as we close our eyes, we allow ourselves to be carried on the soft currents of the cosmos, knowing that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. In the quiet expanse of Andromeda, we find a peace that is as ancient and eternal as the stars themselves. As the night deepens even further, the silence of the universe feels more pronounced, like a soft whisper carried through the vast reaches of time and space. Andromeda, that distant spiral of stars, continues its slow, graceful dance through the cosmos, and we, from our quiet corner of the world, remain drawn to it. There is something almost soothing about its steady movement, a rhythm that transcends the passage of time and invites us to join it in a slow, eternal flow. In this moment, we sink deeper into the embrace of the galaxy, allowing its mysteries to wash over us gently, like the sound of a distant lullaby. The Andromeda Galaxy, though beautiful in its own right, holds many more secrets within its spiraling arms. One such secret is its double nucleus, a hidden core within the heart of the galaxy. Most galaxies, it is said, possess one center, one singular point of gravitational pull. But Andromeda's core is unlike most others. It contains two, an unusual feature that has intrigued astronomers for years. One of these nuclei is the supermassive black hole we have already spoken of. but the other is a smaller, more subtle entity, a lesser companion to the great dark heart of the galaxy. These two cores, together, shape the movement of stars and gas around them, their presence creating a delicate balance, a gentle tug that keeps the galaxy's structure intact. It is a reminder that sometimes, even in the quietest places, there are hidden forces at play. Forces that we may not fully understand, but that quietly guide the universe in its unhurried rhythm. But the galaxy's secrets are not confined to its core. As we drift outward, we encounter the bright star clusters that dot Andromeda's spiral arms. These clusters are not all alike, for some are young and vibrant, their stars newly formed, shining with the brilliance of fresh beginnings. Others, however, are ancient, their stars flickering weakly, remnants of a time long past. These older clusters, known as globular clusters, are some of the oldest known structures in Andromeda, and they offer us a glimpse into the distant past, to a time when the universe was young and still learning the art of creation. These clusters, though far from us, carry the echoes of their long lives, and as we watch them from our place in the universe, we feel a deep sense of connection to the ancient past, as though we are looking into the very soul of the cosmos. It is in the light of these stars that we can see the true scope of Andromeda's size. The galaxy stretches across some 220,000 light-years, making it more than twice as large as our own Milky Way. In the vastness of this scale, it is easy to feel small, to feel as though we are but a fleeting thought in the grand expanse of time and space. But even in our smallness, there is beauty, for we are part of something much greater than ourselves. The stars of Andromeda, though distant, are our distant kin, and their light is a reminder that we, too, are part of the grand weave of the universe. We are not separate from it. We are woven into it, as every star, every planet, and every living being is. Andromeda's size is not the only feature that sets it apart from other galaxies. Its stars, too, tell a unique story. Unlike the stars in the Milky Way, which are mostly younger and still in the prime of their lives, the stars in Andromeda span a wide range of ages. There are stars that are just beginning their journey, glowing brightly with the energy of youth, and others that are nearing the end of their lives, their light flickering weakly as they prepare for the quiet death that is a part of every star's cycle. This wide range of ages is reflected in the very structure of the galaxy itself, where the outer regions are home to the older stars, and the inner core is where the younger, more energetic stars are concentrated. It is a reminder that the universe, like everything in it, is always changing, always evolving, and that every star, every planet, every moment is part of an eternal cycle of birth, life, and death. As we drift further into the arms of Andromeda, we begin to notice the nebulae, the clouds of gas and dust that swirl and curl like the wisps of a dream. These nebulae are not merely beautiful to look at. They are the nurseries of stars, the places where new stars are born. The gas and dust within these nebulae, though cold and dark, are teeming with potential, waiting for the right conditions to ignite and form something new. It is in these clouds that the elements of the universe come together to create the stars that will one day light the skies of Andromeda, just as the stars of our own galaxy once did. And as we look upon these nebulae, we can't help but feel that they are not just clouds of gas, but something more. something that speaks to the potential for creation that lies within all things, whether they are stars or people or the quiet moments of our lives. Andromeda's spiral arms are not simply beautiful to the eye. They are also home to countless galaxies of their own, tiny galaxies that are being pulled toward Andromeda by its gravity. These smaller galaxies, known as satellite galaxies, are drawn into the embrace of Andromeda, where they will one day be absorbed into the larger galaxy. This process of galactic cannibalism, though it sounds violent, is a natural part of the life of galaxies. It is how they grow, how they evolve, and how they shape the universe. And as these tiny galaxies are drawn toward Andromeda, they add to the tapestry of stars and gas that make up this great galaxy, enriching it with the history and stories of countless worlds. Yet, even as Andromeda pulls in its smaller companions, it is itself being pulled toward the Milky Way. The two galaxies are on a slow collision course, one that will take billions of years to come to fruition. But when they finally meet, when their stars collide and merge, they will create something new, something greater than either could have been alone. It is a reminder that even in the great vastness of space, everything is connected. Galaxies, stars, planets, they are all part of the same story, part of the same cycle of creation and destruction that drives the universe forward. And as we watch this slow, inevitable dance unfold, we can't help but feel a deep sense of peace, knowing that we are part of something so much larger, so much more intricate than we can ever truly comprehend. As we leave the swirling arms of Andromeda behind, we find ourselves once again gazing at the stars, the distant lights that flicker gently in the night sky. And in that soft light, we feel a sense of quiet wonder, a sense of belonging to something greater. The stars of Andromeda, though they are far away, are not distant in our hearts. They are with us as we are with them, part of the same universe, part of the same dance of time and space. And as we let the night carry us into rest, we know that the universe, in all its vastness, will continue to unfold, silently, beautifully, in ways we will never fully understand. In this moment, we can feel ourselves becoming one with the stars, with the galaxies, with the vastness of space. And as we close our eyes, we are carried into sleep, knowing that the mysteries of the universe are not something to fear, but something to embrace. For in the quiet, in the stillness, there is always something waiting to be discovered. And in that discovery, we find peace. As the quiet of the night continues to settle around us, we are drawn once again into the vastness of the universe, where the Andromeda Galaxy awaits. Its endless spiral arms, its shimmering stars, and the silent hum of its hidden forces continue to stir a quiet sense of wonder within us. Each star, each nebula, each hidden secret of this distant galaxy beckons us to come closer, to explore further, all while remaining safe in the soft cradle of sleep. In this moment, we drift along with the galaxy, floating weightlessly, embraced by its gentle beauty. Andromeda, so vast and ancient, is like a living book, its pages turning slowly as the stars spin in their eternal orbits. The galaxy's history is one written in light and darkness, a history that stretches back billions of years, and yet it is still unfolding. Like the stars that fill its arms, Andromeda has seen both beginnings and endings, and yet it remains ever vibrant, ever full of life. The universe itself seems to breathe through Andromeda, exhaling its secrets with each passing moment, letting us glimpse the quiet rhythms of creation. At the very heart of Andromeda, the supermassive black hole waits, its gravitational pull influencing everything around it. Though invisible, this unseen force is like a heartbeat, setting the pace for the entire galaxy. The black hole's presence is a constant reminder that even in the darkest corners of the cosmos, there is an unseen hand at work. It draws everything toward it, shaping the stars, the gas, and even the space itself. And yet, despite its power, the black hole is not a force of destruction. It is a force of transformation, gently weaving the fabric of the galaxy, allowing life to flourish in its wake. As we continue to explore, we come upon the quiet beauty of Andromeda's outer reaches. Far from the bustling core, in the distant spiral arms, there are clouds of gas and dust that swirl in gentle patterns. These clouds, known as the interstellar medium, are the building blocks of new stars. They are the place where the universe's raw materials gather, waiting for the moment when gravity will come to play and ignite the birth of a new star. These clouds, though often invisible to the naked eye, are the hidden architects of the galaxy, the silent hands that shape the future. The stars that emerge from these clouds are not all alike. Some are born in violent bursts, their birth marked by the sudden ignition of nuclear fusion. These stars, though young and full of energy, are also short-lived, burning brightly for only a few million years before their life cycle draws to a close. Other stars, however, are born more slowly, their formation stretching out over hundreds of millions of years. These stars are more stable, their light steady and unyielding, offering a constant glow to the galaxy. They are the guardians of Andromeda, shining brightly across the eons and offering their light to the world below. As we drift further into the galaxy, we encounter some of Andromeda's most delicate features, the star clusters that are scattered throughout its arms. These clusters, though small in size, are home to a vast number of stars. Some of these clusters are incredibly old, their stars having lived for billions of years. These ancient clusters are a testament to the galaxy's age, to the many cycles of birth and death that have played out within its arms. They are like tiny islands of time, holding the stories of countless generations of stars. Andromeda is also home to an array of fascinating celestial objects, from binary star systems to the remnants of exploded stars. These objects, each unique in its own way, add to the richness of the galaxy. In a binary star system, for instance, two stars orbit one another, bound together by their mutual gravity. These systems are often the site of cosmic collisions, where one star may pull material from the other, creating a brilliant burst of light. These bursts are not just beautiful to behold, they also provide astronomers with a glimpse into the complex workings of the universe. They remind us that even in the most tranquil corners of the galaxy, there is always the potential for something extraordinary. The remnants of exploded stars, known as supernova remnants, are another marvel to behold. When a star reaches the end of its life, it may explode in a brilliant flash, scattering its material across space. This explosion marks the end of the star's life, but it also provides the universe with the elements necessary to create new stars, new planets, and new life. These remnants, though often faint, hold the key to the cycle of life and death that shapes the universe. They are both a beginning and an end, a reminder that everything in the galaxy is connected, and that life is constantly being reborn in the wake of destruction. But even as Andromeda continues to give birth to new stars, it is also slowly losing some of its older stars. These stars, though long past their prime, still shine faintly in the dark, their light a reminder of the galaxy's past. These stars, though dimming, still hold a special place in the galaxy's heart. They are the elders of the universe, their lives a reflection of the slow, patient passage of time. And as they fade, they make way for the new generation of stars, ensuring that Andromeda will continue to evolve, continue to grow, and continue to shine brightly for eons to come. The spiral arms of Andromeda, though beautiful, are not static. They are constantly in motion, swirling gently through space, their stars and gas moving in delicate patterns. These movements are not random, but rather the result of the galaxy's gravitational forces, which cause the stars and gas to shift and change over time. The spiral arms are like the tendrils of a living organism, constantly growing and changing as the galaxy evolves. These movements are slow and imperceptible to us, but over time, they shape the galaxy, guiding it along its path through the universe. As we watch Andromeda's spiral arms move, we are reminded of the delicate balance that exists in the galaxy. Every star, every planet, every bit of gas and dust is part of a greater whole, connected by invisible threads of gravity and time. The movements of the stars in Andromeda are not just the result of chance, but rather the result of a long history of cosmic interactions, each one leading to the next in a never-ending dance. And as we watch this dance unfold, we are reminded that we too are part of the cosmic rhythm, our lives intertwined with the stars, the galaxies, and the very fabric of the universe itself. Andromeda, in all its beauty and mystery, is not just a distant galaxy. It is a part of us, a part of our universe, and a part of our story. Its stars, its gas, its black holes, and its nebulae all tell a story of creation and destruction, of life and death, of slow, patient change. And as we drift deeper into the night, we are reminded that we too are part of this story, that our lives are intertwined with the stars, with the galaxies, and with the endless expanse of space that stretches out before us. And so, as the night continues to settle around us, we let go of our thoughts and allow ourselves to float further into the soft embrace of sleep. The Andromeda Galaxy, with all its secrets and wonders, continues its slow, graceful dance. And we, like the stars, drift peacefully into the quiet depths of the cosmos, knowing that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. In the stillness of the universe, there is peace, and in that peace, we find rest. As the night unfurls its quiet blanket across the sky, we return once again to the serene embrace of the Andromeda Galaxy, drawn ever deeper into its mysteries. The universe seems to breathe in unison with our own steady rhythm, and the stars that fill the galaxy's spiral arms shimmer gently, like the soft flicker of a candle's flame in the distance. Each step we take through this vast cosmic journey feels like a gentle exhale, as though we are moving not just through space, but through time itself, slowly unfolding the secrets of the universe. Andromeda, so far and yet so close, holds a beauty that is both soothing and awe-inspiring. It is a reminder of the vastness that surrounds us, of the quiet dance that takes place in the silence of the universe. As we peer deeper into the galaxy, we see a new layer of its complexity, a hidden facet that only reveals itself after a long, patient gaze. And in this quiet revelation, we feel ourselves drawn closer, as though Andromeda itself is offering us a glimpse into its heart, sharing with us a secret known only to the stars. In the far reaches of Andromeda's arms, we find a phenomenon that is as beautiful as it is mysterious: star-forming regions. These are areas where the gas and dust of the galaxy come together, merging and swirling in a delicate cosmic dance. These regions, often bathed in soft blue or red hues, are the birthplace of new stars, new worlds. Within these clouds of gas, young stars ignite and begin their long, brilliant lives, shining brightly for millions of years before they fade into the darkness. The process of star formation is slow and steady, a rhythm that has played out for billions of years and will continue long after we have gone. But even as stars are born, others are nearing the end of their lives. The older stars of Andromeda, though faint, are like the elders of the galaxy, their light a soft reminder of the past. These stars have seen the rise and fall of many worlds, and as their light slowly fades, they leave behind the elements that will one day form the next generation of stars and planets. The death of a star, though it may seem tragic, is not an end. It is a transformation, a rebirth. The remnants of these stars, whether in the form of white dwarfs, neutron stars, or black holes, continue to influence the galaxy in ways we may not yet fully understand. The very fabric of Andromeda is shaped by the lives and deaths of these ancient stars, creating the conditions for new life to emerge. And in the spaces between the stars, there is something equally fascinating: the interstellar medium. This is the gas and dust that fills the empty spaces between the stars, the very stuff of the galaxy. Though it may appear empty, it is anything but. Within this medium, countless particles move and shift, creating the conditions for new stars to form, for the galaxy to evolve. The interstellar medium is like the canvas upon which the galaxy paints its picture, a delicate web of gas and dust that is constantly changing, constantly shifting, yet always present. In the quiet expanse of this medium, we see the slow, steady process of the universe's creative force at work. But Andromeda is not only a galaxy of creation, it is also a galaxy of movement. The stars that fill its spiral arms, the gas and dust that swirl through its depths, everything in the galaxy is in motion. The galaxy itself spins slowly, its stars moving in graceful orbits around the central black hole. These movements, though imperceptible to our senses, are constant and relentless, shaping the galaxy in ways that we may never fully comprehend. The stars, like the wind through the trees, move in rhythms that are both predictable and unpredictable, both chaotic and beautiful. The gentle pull of gravity keeps everything in place, allowing the galaxy to dance to its own cosmic tune, while the dark forces of the universe, black holes, dark matter, and unseen energies, move in the background, guiding the galaxy toward its future. In the very center of Andromeda, nestled within its heart, lies a supermassive black hole, a force of such immense gravity that not even light can escape its grasp. This black hole is not just a passive observer in the galaxy. It is an active participant in its life cycle. It influences the orbits of the stars around it, pulling gas and dust toward it, and shaping the entire structure of the galaxy. In this way, the black hole is both the creator and the destroyer, the quiet force that governs the lives of the stars in Andromeda. But despite its immense power, the black hole is not a violent force. It is, rather, a force of gentle attraction, drawing everything into its gravitational embrace, shaping the galaxy with a quiet, unhurried hand. And though Andromeda's black hole is the largest and most powerful in the galaxy, it is not the only black hole within its reach. There are smaller black holes scattered throughout the galaxy, remnants of stars that have reached the end of their lives. These smaller black holes, though invisible, play a crucial role in the life of the galaxy, influencing the movement of stars and gas, and contributing to the galaxy's overall structure. They are like the quiet workers behind the scenes, shaping the galaxy in ways that we cannot see, but that are felt in the movement of the stars and the pull of gravity. Even the way Andromeda interacts with its neighboring galaxies is a testament to the quiet forces at play. The galaxy is not isolated in the cosmos. It is part of a larger family of galaxies known as the Local Group. This group includes the Milky Way, the Triangulum Galaxy, and a number of smaller galaxies that are gravitationally bound together. Andromeda and the Milky Way, the two largest galaxies in the group, are slowly moving toward each other. Though this collision is still billions of years away, it is an inevitable event, one that will reshape the galaxies and lead to the creation of a new, larger galaxy. In this slow, graceful dance, we see the forces of gravity and time working together, guiding the galaxies toward a future they cannot yet imagine. In the quiet depths of Andromeda, we also encounter another quiet phenomenon: stellar populations. These are groups of stars that share similar ages and chemical compositions, and they tell us a great deal about the history of the galaxy. The oldest stars in Andromeda, known as population 2 stars, reside in the galaxy's outer halo, far from the dense core. These stars are the remnants of the galaxy's early years, their light a faint echo of the universe's beginnings. And in the younger stellar populations, found within the spiral arms, we see the ongoing evolution of the galaxy, the creation of new stars and planets, the ongoing cycle of birth and death that is at the heart of Andromeda's story. As we move through Andromeda, we are reminded of the galaxy's complexity. It is not just a collection of stars, but a living, breathing entity, shaped by forces that we can only begin to understand. The galaxy is constantly evolving, constantly changing, and yet it is also timeless, its cycles of birth and death playing out in a quiet, patient rhythm. We are but a small part of this larger story, but even in our smallness, we are connected to the stars, to the galaxies, to the very fabric of the universe itself. And as we continue to drift through this beautiful, endless galaxy, we find ourselves once again slowing our breath, our thoughts, our hearts. The Andromeda Galaxy, with all its hidden wonders and quiet mysteries, continues its eternal dance. And we, in this moment, are a part of that dance. The stars, the black holes, the gas, and the dust, they are all part of a larger whole, a greater cosmic rhythm that moves through time and space, carrying us along on a journey that we will never fully understand, but that we are privileged to experience. And so, as the night carries on and the stars above grow ever brighter, we close our eyes, knowing that the galaxy continues its slow, peaceful spin, and we, like the stars, are part of its quiet beauty. In the soft embrace of sleep, we let go of our thoughts, drifting into a peaceful rest, knowing that in the vast, endless universe, we are always connected to the stars. As the night draws deeper and the world around us becomes still, we find ourselves once again gently floating through the heart of the Andromeda Galaxy. The universe, vast and infinite, hums softly in the background, a quiet rhythm that echoes the beats of our own hearts. And in this tranquil moment, we are reminded of how small, yet how significant, our place is within the great expanse of space. Each thought, each breath, takes us further into the mysteries of Andromeda, a galaxy that has seen the birth of stars, the death of worlds, and everything in between. The light from Andromeda, traveling across millions of years to reach us, carries with it the stories of distant epochs, whispering secrets of the past. As we gaze upon the galaxy, we are not only seeing the present, but also the long history of this remarkable collection of stars. The light we observe is like a message sent from the past, carrying with it the echoes of ancient events that have shaped the galaxy into what it is today. The stars within Andromeda's spiral arms are not evenly distributed. Instead, they form patterns that tell the story of the galaxy's evolution. The older stars are found in the outer regions of the galaxy, far from the dense, energetic heart. These stars, though faint and distant, carry with them the history of the universe, remnants of the earliest days when Andromeda was first forming. These stars are quiet witnesses to the passage of time, their light a soft glow that flickers across the ages, offering us a glimpse into a past that will never be fully understood. In contrast, the stars in the central region of Andromeda are much younger, their light more intense, more vibrant. They are born from the swirling clouds of gas and dust that fill the galaxy's spiral arms. These young stars shine brightly, their energy still fresh, still unspent. They are the future of the galaxy, the promise of what is to come. As they burn brightly, they create the conditions for new stars, new planets, and new worlds. Their life is brief, but in that brief moment, they bring light to the darkness, a brief flare in the vastness of the universe. But even as new stars are born, others are reaching the end of their lives. Some of the oldest stars in Andromeda are found in the outer halo, far from the spiral arms. These stars, though dim, hold a unique place in the galaxy. They are the remnants of a time long past, their light fading slowly as they reach the final stages of their existence. Yet, even in their dying moments, these stars hold a quiet power. Their light is a reminder of the past, of the cycles of creation and destruction that define the universe. The stellar remnants left behind by dying stars are just as fascinating. These remnants, whether in the form of white dwarfs, neutron stars, or black holes, are the final stages of a star's life. Though they may no longer shine brightly, these remnants continue to influence the galaxy around them. White dwarfs, for example, are the remnants of stars that have exhausted their nuclear fuel. They may be faint, but they still hold a quiet energy, slowly cooling as they drift through space. Neutron stars, on the other hand, are incredibly dense, formed from the collapse of massive stars. These stars are so compact that a single teaspoon of their material would weigh as much as a mountain. And black holes, the most enigmatic of all, are regions of space where gravity is so intense that not even light can escape. These dark giants, though unseen, shape the galaxy in ways that we can only begin to understand. The space between these stars, though empty in appearance, is not truly empty. It is filled with the interstellar medium, a collection of gas and dust that exists between the stars. This medium is not only a passive observer, but a dynamic force, constantly shifting and changing. It is in these clouds of gas and dust that new stars are born, and it is from these clouds that the elements that form planets and life are created. The interstellar medium is like the quiet heart of the galaxy, providing the conditions necessary for the birth of new worlds. As we move through the galaxy, we encounter the dense molecular clouds that serve as the birthplace of new stars. These clouds are made up of cold gas and dust, and within them, the conditions are just right for new stars to form. Over millions of years, the gas and dust in these clouds condense and heat up, eventually igniting to form new stars. These stars, like the ones before them, will burn brightly for millions of years before they too fade and give way to the next generation. And in this way, the galaxy is constantly renewing itself, always creating, always evolving. But the process of star formation is not without its challenges. As gas and dust come together to form stars, there are often violent forces at play. Supernovae, the explosive deaths of massive stars, create shock waves that compress gas and dust, triggering the formation of new stars. These explosions, though violent, are also necessary for the life cycle of the galaxy. They scatter the elements that will one day form new stars, planets, and life, ensuring that the galaxy continues to evolve. The spiral arms of Andromeda are not static. They are constantly moving, the stars within them orbiting the central black hole, their orbits gently influenced by the galaxy's gravitational forces. As the stars move, they create waves of gas and dust that ripple through the arms, like the gentle waves of the ocean. These waves of material are the building blocks of new stars, planets, and worlds. In this way, the spiral arms are not just a beautiful feature of the galaxy's appearance. They are the engines of creation, driving the galaxy forward and ensuring that the cycle of life continues. Andromeda's black hole, though distant and invisible, plays a crucial role in the galaxy's evolution. It serves as the anchor around which the galaxy's stars orbit, drawing everything into its gravitational embrace. As the black hole pulls material toward it, it releases powerful jets of energy, which shape the galaxy's structure. These jets, though invisible, influence the movement of stars and gas, ensuring that the galaxy remains in balance. The black hole is not just a passive observer, it is an active participant in the life of the galaxy, guiding its stars and gas in a slow, unhurried dance. Even as the stars in Andromeda continue their orbits, they are not isolated. The galaxy is part of a larger group of galaxies known as the local group. This group is made up of more than 50 galaxies, including the Milky Way, the Triangulum Galaxy, and several smaller galaxies. These galaxies are bound together by gravity, their motions influenced by the invisible threads that connect them. The galaxies within the local group are slowly moving toward one another, and in the distant future, they will collide and merge, forming a new, larger galaxy. In this way, the galaxies are not isolated islands in the cosmos. They are part of a greater whole, connected by forces that shape their evolution. Andromeda, though far away, is not an island unto itself. It is part of a larger network of galaxies, each one playing a role in the grand tapestry of the universe. As we drift through this beautiful galaxy, we are reminded that we too are part of this cosmic story. Though our lives are short compared to the age of the galaxy, we are still woven into the fabric of its existence. The stars, the gas, the black holes, all of it is connected, and we too are a part of that connection. The quiet beauty of Andromeda, with its stars and its secrets, is a reflection of the universe itself, vast, mysterious, and full of wonder. And so, as we float through the galaxy, we find peace in the knowledge that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. The stars, though distant, are a reminder that we are all connected, that we are all part of this great cosmic dance. And as we close our eyes, we allow ourselves to drift deeper into sleep, knowing that the Andromeda Galaxy, with all its wonders and mysteries, will continue to spin slowly through the vastness of space. And in that quiet, we find rest, knowing that we are part of a universe that is always moving, always evolving, always creating. As the universe continues to unfold around us, we drift deeper into the quiet embrace of the Andromeda Galaxy. The stars above us glimmer softly, like distant memories, reminding us of the vastness that stretches out beyond what we can see, beyond what we can fully understand. Yet in this great expanse, there is a sense of peace, a quiet rhythm that seems to hum in the very fabric of existence. And as we slowly float through this distant galaxy, we are reminded of the timeless dance of creation and destruction that plays out in the cosmos. The stars of Andromeda, each one shining with its own brilliance, are not all the same. Some are born in quiet nurseries, where the interstellar medium, the gas and dust of the galaxy, comes together to form new stars. These stars, like the newborn leaves of a tree, are full of energy, their light fierce and brilliant. They burn brightly for millions of years, their fire a beacon in the darkness. And as they burn, they release the very elements that will one day form new worlds, new stars, and even life itself. These stars are the architects of the future, shaping the galaxy and the universe with their light. But not all stars burn brightly forever. Some, like the older stars of Andromeda, have already lived out their lives. These stars, though faint, hold a quiet wisdom within them. They are the elders of the galaxy, their light a soft reminder of the passage of time. These stars have seen the galaxy grow and change, and now, as they fade, they leave behind the building blocks for the next generation of stars. The death of a star, though sad, is not an end. It is a transformation, a necessary part of the cycle that drives the universe forward. The quiet transformation of dying stars is not the only change that takes place in Andromeda. The galaxy itself is constantly evolving. Its spiral arms, though beautiful, are not fixed in place. They are always in motion, shaped by the gravitational forces of the stars and the central black hole. The galaxy is like a living organism, its stars and gas swirling around the black hole in a dance that has lasted for billions of years. This motion, slow and steady, is the heartbeat of the galaxy. It is a rhythm that has persisted through the ages, shaping the galaxy and the universe as a whole. In the outer reaches of Andromeda, we find the remnants of older stars, scattered in the dark corners of the galaxy. These remnants, known as stellar populations, are a silent testament to the passage of time. The oldest stars of Andromeda are found in the halo of the galaxy, far from the bright spiral arms. These stars are the first generation of stars, formed long before the galaxy took on its familiar spiral shape. Though their light is dim, their presence is felt in the very structure of the galaxy. These stars are like the roots of a tree, anchoring Andromeda to its past, grounding it in the ancient history of the universe. The stars in the spiral arms of Andromeda are the galaxy's future, the new generation of stars that will continue the cycle of creation and destruction. These stars, though young and full of energy, are already beginning to form their own stellar populations. In these regions, we see the birth of new stars, new worlds, and new possibilities. The galaxy's spiral arms are like the garden of the universe, where new life is constantly being nurtured. These stars are the bright flowers that bloom in the darkness, shining with the promise of what is to come. But the creation of stars is not a simple process. It is a delicate dance, shaped by the forces of gravity, gas, and dust. The birth of a star begins in the cold, dark clouds of gas and dust that fill the galaxy. These clouds, though silent, are full of potential. Over millions of years, gravity slowly pulls the gas and dust together, causing it to condense and heat up. And when the pressure becomes too great, a star is born. This process, though slow, is a constant reminder that even in the darkness, there is always the potential for new life. As the stars of Andromeda burn brightly, they also shape the galaxy around them. The light they emit pushes against the gas and dust, creating shock waves that ripple through the galaxy. These shock waves, though invisible, are powerful. They influence the movement of gas and dust, guiding it toward the areas where new stars will form. The stars of Andromeda are not just passive observers. They are active participants in the creation of the galaxy, shaping its structure and its future. In the midst of this creation, there is also destruction. The death of a star is often violent, marked by a supernova, an explosion so bright that it outshines entire galaxies. When a massive star reaches the end of its life, it collapses under its own gravity, and the result is a tremendous burst of energy. This explosion sends shock waves through the galaxy, scattering elements like carbon, oxygen, and iron across the cosmos. These elements, though born in the heart of a dying star, are the building blocks of new worlds, new life. The destruction of a star, though tragic, is also a necessary part of the cycle. It ensures that the galaxy will continue to evolve, to grow, to change. The supernovae that mark the deaths of stars are not the only sources of energy in the galaxy. The black hole at the center of Andromeda is another powerful force, one that shapes the galaxy in ways we cannot fully see. This black hole, though invisible, exerts a gravitational pull so strong that it influences the movement of everything around it. The stars that orbit the black hole are not free agents. They are drawn into its embrace, their orbits shaped by the immense gravity of this dark force. And as the black hole pulls matter toward it, it releases powerful jets of energy shooting across the galaxy like cosmic rivers of light. These jets, though invisible to the naked eye, shape the galaxy in subtle ways, guiding the flow of gas and dust and ensuring that the galaxy remains balanced. But Andromeda is not just a place of creation and destruction. It is also a place of mystery. There are regions of the galaxy that remain hidden from our view, areas where the forces of gravity and light bend the fabric of space itself. These regions are like the shadows of the galaxy, areas where the normal laws of physics break down. Within these regions, we find black holes, neutron stars, and dark matter, the unseen forces that shape the galaxy in ways we cannot fully understand. These dark corners of the galaxy remind us that there is always more to learn, more to discover, and more to wonder about in the universe. Andromeda, like all galaxies, is a reflection of the universe itself. It is both beautiful and terrifying, full of life and death, creation and destruction. The stars, the black holes, the gas, and the dust, all of it is connected, woven together by the invisible threads of gravity and time. The galaxy, though vast, is not an isolated entity. It is part of something much larger, something much more intricate, something that is always evolving, always changing. And as we float through this galaxy, we are reminded of our own place in this great cosmic dance, our own connection to the stars, the galaxies, and the universe as a whole. And so, as we drift deeper into the night, we allow ourselves to relax into the rhythm of the galaxy, the gentle, unhurried movement of the stars and gas. The Andromeda Galaxy, with all its beauty and mystery, continues to spin slowly, and we, like the stars, are part of its peaceful dance. In the quiet expanse of the cosmos, we find rest, knowing that we are part of something much greater than ourselves. And as we close our eyes, we are carried further into sleep, knowing that the galaxy continues its journey, ever-changing, ever-evolving, and always full of wonder. As the night stretches onward, enveloping us in its calm, we continue to float gently through the vastness of the Andromeda Galaxy. Its stars twinkle softly in the distance, like faraway dreams, whispering to us of distant worlds and ancient mysteries. Each pulse of light that we see carries with it the story of the galaxy's journey through time, a journey that has taken billions of years to unfold. And in this moment, we are reminded that just as the galaxy continues its graceful dance, so too do we, moving along our own paths, connected by the same cosmic threads that bind us to the stars. Andromeda, so far away and yet so familiar, is a galaxy of both known and unknown wonders. It is a place where creation and destruction dance in a slow, eternal rhythm, shaping the galaxy and the universe in ways that we are only beginning to understand. But even as we drift through its spiral arms, we are not just passive observers. We too are part of the galaxy's story, our lives intertwined with the stars, the gas, and the dust that fill this magnificent galaxy. The stars of Andromeda, though scattered across vast distances, are connected by invisible forces. The galaxy's spiral shape is not a random occurrence. It is the result of the careful balance of gravity and motion that has shaped it over billions of years. The stars that fill Andromeda's arms are in constant motion, their orbits carefully choreographed by the gravitational pull of the galaxy's black hole and the dark matter that surrounds it. This movement, though imperceptible to us, is the heartbeat of the galaxy, the rhythm that keeps everything in balance. At the heart of Andromeda, in the very center of the galaxy, lies a supermassive black hole. This black hole, though invisible to the naked eye, exerts a powerful force on everything around it. It pulls the stars into its orbit, shaping their movements and guiding their paths. The black hole is not a malevolent force. Rather, it is a quiet, steady presence that shapes the galaxy with a gentle hand. It is the anchor of the galaxy, the center around which everything revolves. Without it, Andromeda would not exist as we know it. But Andromeda is not alone in the cosmos. It is part of a larger family of galaxies known as the local group. This group includes the Milky Way, the Triangulum Galaxy, and a number of smaller galaxies. These galaxies are bound together by gravity, drawn into a delicate cosmic dance that has been playing out for billions of years. Though each galaxy in the local group is unique, they are all connected, moving toward one another as if guided by an invisible hand. In the distant future, Andromeda and the Milky Way will collide, merging into a single larger galaxy. This collision, though billions of years away, will change both galaxies forever, creating something new and beautiful in its wake. The stars of Andromeda are not isolated from one another. They are part of a larger cosmic web, each one influencing the others, creating ripples of light and energy that spread across the galaxy. The light from one star may take millions of years to reach another star, but when it does, it carries with it the energy that fuels the galaxy's ongoing evolution. Every star, every planet, every bit of gas and dust in Andromeda is connected, forming a network of life and energy that is constantly changing, growing, and evolving. As we continue to explore the galaxy, we encounter nebulae, vast clouds of gas and dust that swirl through the galaxy's arms. These nebulae are the birthplaces of stars, the places where new life begins. Within these clouds, gravity slowly pulls the gas and dust together, causing it to condense and heat up. Over millions of years, these clouds will ignite, giving birth to new stars that will shine brightly in the dark. These nebulae are like the cradles of the galaxy, where the future is born from the quiet whispers of gas and dust. The nebulae are a reminder that even in the darkest parts of the galaxy, there is always the potential for new life to emerge. In the outer regions of Andromeda, far from the bright spiral arms, we find the halo, a vast, spherical region that surrounds the galaxy. The stars in this region are much older than those in the spiral arms, and their light is faint, as though they are tired from the long journey they have traveled. These stars, though dim, are the first generation of stars, formed early in the galaxy's history. They have seen the galaxy grow and change, and now they linger in the outer reaches, their light a soft echo of the past. The halo is a place of quiet reflection, a reminder that all things, no matter how bright or faint, have a place in the universe. But even as the stars in Andromeda move through their lives, so too does the galaxy itself. Andromeda is not static. It is constantly evolving, constantly changing. Its stars move in orbits around the central black hole. Its arms spiral outward, and its gas and dust continue to swirl in delicate patterns. The galaxy is a living, breathing entity, shaped by the forces of gravity, light, and time. The universe itself seems to pulse through Andromeda, guiding it along its journey through the cosmos. As Andromeda moves through the universe, it interacts with the galaxies around it. The Milky Way, our own home galaxy, is not far from Andromeda, and the two galaxies are slowly moving toward one another. Though this collision is still billions of years away, it is inevitable. When the two galaxies finally meet, their stars will collide, and the result will be a new, larger galaxy, one that will be shaped by the forces of both Andromeda and the Milky Way. This collision, though violent in the short term, will create something beautiful, something greater than either galaxy could have been on its own. In the quiet expanse of Andromeda, there are also black holes, remnants of stars that have collapsed in on themselves. These black holes, though small compared to the supermassive black hole at the center of the galaxy, still exert a powerful force on their surroundings. They are like the hidden forces of the universe, shaping the galaxy in ways that are invisible to our eyes. These black holes are both mysterious and beautiful, their presence a reminder of the constant ebb and flow of creation and destruction that defines the universe. Andromeda, though full of light and life, is also a place of quiet mystery. The forces at work within the galaxy, the gravity that pulls the stars and gas together, the black holes that shape the galaxy's evolution. These forces are invisible, but they are no less real. They are the quiet architects of the galaxy, shaping its structure, its future, and its past. The mysteries of Andromeda, though vast and unknowable, are part of the same cosmic dance that governs the universe as a whole. As we continue to drift through this magnificent galaxy, we are reminded of the quiet beauty that exists in every corner of the universe. The stars, the gas, the black holes, and the dust. These are the building blocks of the galaxy, the forces that shape its destiny. And as we float through Andromeda, we feel a sense of peace, a sense of belonging to something much larger than ourselves. The galaxy, though distant, is a part of us, as we are a part of it. We are connected, woven into the very fabric of the universe, and in this connection, we find rest. And so, as we let the night settle around us, we close our eyes, knowing that Andromeda continues its journey through the vastness of space. The stars continue to burn brightly, the black holes continue to shape the galaxy, and the gas and dust continue to swirl in delicate patterns. The universe is always moving, always evolving, and as we drift into sleep, we allow ourselves to become part of that movement, part of that eternal dance. The quiet beauty of Andromeda, with all its mysteries and wonders, carries us into rest, and in that rest, we find peace. As we journey further into the vast and peaceful expanse of the Andromeda Galaxy, the universe around us seems to stretch endlessly, offering a quiet space to pause, breathe, and reflect. Each twinkling star, each swirl of gas and dust whispers its own secrets, its own story of creation, life, and eventual transformation. The deeper we go, the more we are drawn into the galaxy's peaceful rhythm, its subtle movements, a cosmic dance that has been unfolding for billions of years. In the distant corners of Andromeda, away from the bright spiral arms, there are pockets of silence, regions where the stars are sparse and the gas is thin. These regions, though seemingly empty, are far from lifeless. The voids in space are filled with the faint echoes of past events, remnants of ancient supernovae, the quiet glow of far-off stellar populations, and the invisible presence of dark matter. These spaces, though they may appear empty at first glance, are anything but. They hold the memory of everything that has ever happened in the galaxy, each part of the galaxy leaving its mark on the vast tapestry of existence. Within Andromeda, there is an invisible force that holds everything together, gravity. This force, though unseen, shapes the movements of the stars, the paths of the gas and dust, and the very structure of the galaxy. Gravity is the quiet hand that guides the stars in their orbits around the central black hole, the force that keeps the galaxy's spiral arms intact. It is a force that shapes the destiny of every star, every planet, and every living being within the galaxy. and though it may be invisible to our eyes, we feel its presence in every moment, in every movement, in every cycle of creation and destruction. As we continue to drift through Andromeda's spiral arms, we come upon a feature that is as fascinating as it is beautiful: stellar nurseries. These are the places where new stars are born, where the raw materials of the universe come together to create something new. The interstellar medium, the gas and dust that fills the space between the stars, is compressed and heated, causing it to collapse and ignite into new stars. These stellar nurseries are the heart of the galaxy, where the future is written in the light of newborn stars. The creation of a new star is not a simple event. It is the culmination of millions of years of slow, steady processes, a reminder that all things, even stars, are born out of patience, persistence, and time. In these stellar nurseries, we find nebulae, vast clouds of gas and dust that swirl in delicate patterns, like the brushstrokes of an unseen artist. The nebulae are not just beautiful to look at, but they are also the cradle of the galaxy, the places where stars come to life. These clouds are like the wombs of the universe, where new stars are formed, each one a potential source of light and energy for the galaxy. As we observe these nebulae, we are reminded of the fragile yet powerful forces that govern the galaxy. The stars that emerge from these clouds are not simply born, they are forged in the crucible of gravity and time, each one a testament to the power of the universe's creative forces. But even as new stars are born, others are nearing the end of their lives. Some of the older stars in Andromeda have already exhausted their nuclear fuel, and they are now slowly fading into the darkness. These stars, though faint and dim, are still important to the galaxy's story. Their deaths, though inevitable, are not an end, but a transformation. When a star dies, it releases the elements that were created in its core, the building blocks of new stars, planets, and even life. The death of a star, though quiet, is a crucial part of the cycle of life and death that shapes the galaxy. In this way, every star, no matter how old or how faint, plays a role in the grand story of creation. The stars that are born in Andromeda are not all alike. Some are massive, their brightness overwhelming, while others are smaller and more stable, burning quietly for billions of years. These stars, though different in size and lifespan, are all part of the same cosmic cycle. Some will die in brilliant supernovae, their explosive deaths scattering elements across the galaxy, while others will slowly fade, their light dimming as they cool. The diversity of stars in Andromeda is a testament to the complexity of the galaxy, to the infinite variations of life that emerge from the same fundamental forces. In the center of Andromeda, there is a supermassive black hole, an invisible force that pulls everything around it into its orbit. This black hole, though unseen, shapes the very structure of the galaxy. It exerts its gravitational influence on the stars, the gas, and even the space itself, guiding the movements of the galaxy in subtle and powerful ways. The black hole is not just a passive observer. It is an active participant in the galaxy's evolution, ensuring that the stars remain in their orbits and that the galaxy continues to spin in its spiral dance. Andromeda is not a solitary galaxy. It is part of a larger family of galaxies known as the Local Group, a collection of galaxies that includes the Milky Way and the Triangulum Galaxy. These galaxies are bound together by gravity, slowly moving toward one another as they drift through the universe. The Milky Way and Andromeda, in particular, are on a slow collision course, one that will take billions of years to play out. Though this collision may seem dramatic, it is actually a natural event in the life of galaxies. The merging of galaxies is a process that happens over time, and it is one that creates new stars, new planets, and new possibilities. The collision between Andromeda and the Milky Way is still billions of years away, but when it happens, it will forever change both galaxies. As the two galaxies collide, their stars will pass through each other, unaffected by the gravity of the other stars. But the gas and dust within the galaxies will collide, sparking new waves of star formation. This collision will not be a violent, destructive event, but rather a slow, beautiful merging of two galaxies into one. It is a reminder that even in the vastness of the universe, there is always movement, always change, and always the potential for new creation. Even as Andromeda and the Milky Way move toward each other, the galaxies within the local group are constantly influencing one another. The gravity of each galaxy shapes the orbits of the others, guiding their movements in subtle and profound ways. The galaxies are not isolated entities, but rather part of a greater cosmic web, each one connected to the others through the invisible threads of gravity. As we observe these galaxies, we are reminded that everything in the universe is interconnected, that every star, every planet, and every living being is part of the same grand story. In the quiet depths of Andromeda, we also find the remnants of ancient stars, black holes, neutron stars, and white dwarfs. These remnants, though faint and distant, are the echoes of the past, the remains of stars that have long since faded. These remnants are not dead. Rather, they are the quiet keepers of the galaxy's history. The black holes, though invisible, exert a powerful force on their surroundings, shaping the galaxy in subtle and mysterious ways. The neutron stars, though small, are incredibly dense, their gravity so strong that they warp space itself, and the white dwarfs, though faint, continue to shine with a quiet light, their presence a reminder of the stars that came before them. Andromeda, though vast and mysterious, is a living, breathing entity. Its stars, its black holes, its gas and dust, all of it is part of a greater whole, connected by the invisible forces of gravity and time. The galaxy continues to evolve, to grow, to change, and as we observe it, we are reminded that we too are part of this ever-changing dance. The universe, in all its complexity and beauty, is constantly unfolding. And we, though small in comparison, are part of that unfolding. The stars of Andromeda, like the stars of our own galaxy, are a part of us, and we are a part of them. As we let go of the thoughts that have brought us here and allow ourselves to float deeper into the soft embrace of sleep, we are reminded of the timeless beauty of the cosmos. Andromeda continues its slow, graceful dance, and we, like the stars, drift gently into the quiet embrace of the night. The galaxy, with all its mysteries and wonders, continues to move, ever onward, and we, though we may not understand all of its secrets, are part of it. And in that understanding, we find peace.